Hey parents, it's Mac Comer, your child's teacher, and I'm here to discuss our brand new classroom folder. You'll probably see this in your child's backpack today, and you'll be wondering what this is. So this video is hopefully going to serve as a tutorial on how to use this folder to benefit your child, and also how your child will use it to benefit himself or herself in my class. This is also going to be something that I'm going to use so that I can make sure that I'm holding your child accountable for what he or she knows, and we'll get into that in a second. So let's take a look at the folder, shall we? All right. So first thing first, you see the front of the folder, and what you're going to see is it says Mr. Comer's Spring Kindergarten Classroom because, well, I was a virtual kindergarten teacher in the fall. I've got a brand new class, so I put Mr. Comer's Spring Kindergarten Class, and then right here I put my email address, michael.comer@knoxschools.org. And I also put my telephone number here, which I scratched off in case there are some people watching this video that don't need my number. But if you have this folder and your child's in my class, you have my telephone number. You can text me in English or Spanish, okay? Whichever one, and I'll get back to you, all right? I want to make sure our communications are clear. And if you speak Spanish, text me in Spanish. I'll write you back in Espanol. All right, next you'll see your child's name, which I've covered up right here. And then underneath your child's name, you'll see what house your child is in. At our school, we have houses. There's 4 of them: Kiangazi, Virtuosity, Elan, and Pretel. We'll go into that in a little bit, okay? This tells you what color that house is, purple. And then underneath that, in case we do go to red and we're doing virtual learning at home, this is a schedule of what our virtual day looks like in kindergarten. I'm not going to go too much in depth with this because you can read this yourself. And I know we don't like when people are like reading PowerPoints to us. So anyways, it will tell you the time, it will tell you the subject, and it'll tell you how to get there. Basically, what you're going to do is you're just going to go to my Canvas page and you're going to click on the subject. There's a button, and it'll take you to that Microsoft Teams meeting for the day. It's easy peasy lemon squeezy. All right. Underneath that, one of my real missions, and you know this about me, one of my missions is to make learning super fun. Okay. And I want to create a classroom environment that is exciting to go to every day. So every day of the week is going to be like a spirit day. You know, you've heard of Spirit Week before. Well, every day is Spirit Day. On Mondays, it's Mixed Up Monday. If you used hashtags, you could wear mismatched socks. That means a red sock and a blue sock. That means no socks and a fuzzy sock. Or a long sock and a short sock, whatever you want to do, okay? I will be participating in all of these, so I always wear my goofiest socks on Mondays. On Tuesday, this Bow Tie Tuesday, okay? I love going around and getting pictures with students all around the school on Tuesdays. We take pictures, selfies, and then I use the hashtag Bowtie Tuesdays, and I post them on my Twitter page, or I put the pictures up around my classroom, and it just really makes us just feel like one giant community, one giant family, and we're wearing our bow ties. I don't care if you're a boy or a girl, man or a woman. We all look good in bow ties, okay? Wednesdays are hashtag Family Wednesdays. Family Wednesdays, what you can do is bring in a picture of your family to share with the class. And what we'll do is every Wednesday, for every picture you bring in, we're just going to put the picture up on the wall. And I'm hoping that every week we'll get more and more pictures. And soon, after like a month or so, every space of our walls will be covered with nothing but family pictures. I think it will make the students feel like they're at home, and it'll be awesome because we'll get to see each other without our masks on too, you know, since we're wearing masks at school right now. Anyways, Thursday. Thinking Cap Thursday. Now, this one's a fun one because you get to wear your favorite hat to school. The only thing I had to say is we're technically not allowed to wear hats like in the hallway or anywhere but my room, okay? So let's make sure we're just wearing the hats in my classroom. I'll talk to your child about that too. And then on Fridays is House Fridays, and that's why I put your child's house right here. On Friday, you're going to, if you want to, your child can participate by wearing their house colors. I'm in House Elan, which is green, so I'm going to wear something green on Fridays. This student is in House Kiangazi, which is purple, and he or she might be wearing something purple. It doesn't matter. Whatever you want to do. You can go all out. You can do purple shoes, purple socks, purple pants, purple shirt, purple scarf, purple hat, whatever you want to do to show your spirit. Down here at the very bottom, the last thing is our Reading Rangers program. This is a free reading program that our school system has bought for every single child, and it is individualized to each child's instructional needs, okay? This is a great tool to use. I've provided your username and your password down here. So when you're at home, if you want your child to work on some reading activities, just go to Reading Rangers. It's on our Canvas page. Click on it, type in the username and the password, and then your child can work on reading without your help at all. They can work on it independently at home. We'll also be using this in school. So that's why I need that folder to stay in their backpack. When we're in school, one of our stations will be independent reading, and they will use their Chromebooks for educational purposes only. So Reading Rangers will be something we use in school. Let's go ahead and move on to what's inside of the folder, shall we? When you open the folder up, it says, "Welcome to Mr. Comer's class." All right, this is just a little quick kind of tutorial and bio about me. This is my 13th year teaching as an elementary educator, and at Christenberry, I serve as both a kindergarten educator and the Dean of Fun. So as the Dean of Fun, I coordinate weekly parties for kindergarten and throw parties for the parents sometimes too. So if you're lucky, maybe you'll be invited to our water balloon party later on this year, and maybe even a grill out. Who knows? Bring hot dogs. Okay. Anyway, I coordinate these parties for kindergarten every week to promote positive behavior incentives. Okay. One thing that I'm very passionate about is personalized learning. I've visited schools in San Francisco, New York City, Atlanta. I've been all around the Denver metro area. Okay. Personalized learning is my specialty. My goal is to give your child choice, voice, student agency. I want your child to feel like he or she is an equal partner. And most importantly, I want your child to feel like the leader, and I want to be the facilitator and take a step back and let your child take control of his or her learning. So I hope that sounds good to you. It's pretty magical to watch when you see kids really take control of their learning, and it has proven time and time again to be super successful. So I hope that sounds great to you. The kids are going to love it. We're going to have a great time. My overall goal for this year is for your child to have the most magical experience that they've ever had in their whole school history. Okay. I know it's kindergarten, so this might be the first year they've ever been in school. So I've got a lot of pressure on me, but hopefully this will be the year that they remember forever. Let's go ahead and move on. Virtual school. This is going to just kind of tell you that, we do have a chance of going on red. And if this happens, the students are going to log on to Microsoft Teams via our class Canvas page. Okay, just kind of like what I told you earlier. I put the schedule here again, same schedule that's up here, just in case. Also, when we're virtual, I'm not able to give you papers and stuff, right? So we're going to use an app called Seesaw. I have sent out emails to you on how to log in on Seesaw. If you haven't done that yet, no biggie. I won't hold it against you, but reach out to me and let me know so I can help you out with that process so that when we do go on red, if we go on red, your child will be set up for success so that he or she can do their work while they're at home or at daycare or whatever it might be. Okay. I'm totally going to work with you. I've already had experience with the whole virtual teaching thing. It's a very unique situation and it can be kind of tricky, and I totally get it. Okay. So I'm here to work with you. I'm your best friend this year. All right. So let's work with each other. Let's move on. Classroom folders. So that's what this is. So each student's going to have a classroom folder that they'll take home daily. We want to keep this folder nice and neat. Okay. Because if it's not nice and neat, then it's going to be really hard to use it as a tool. Okay. We want to make sure that we can access the tools in this folder. On a normal year, I would send home a behavior sheet with points on it and you would sign it and bring it back. This year, I'm kind of like thinking that's not totally necessary because I feel like the less contact we have, the better, right? So I'm not going to be sending home a behavior sheet. What I am going to do is, if I need to, I'll reach out to you. And my goal is to call home once a week, once every 2 weeks, and just kind of give you an update on how your child's doing in class, behavior-wise and academically. And my main goal is really just to find all the positive things that I can about your child and share those with you, okay? I'm not about really anything negative. It's all about bringing out the positives in everything, okay? But if I need to address something, I will, all right? So don't worry about that. There's going to be an assessment sheet. I call this the ABC sheet, and it's on the back of the folder. I'll go over that in a second. But that is an ABC sheet, and this is actually going to be something that you will use and I will use and your child will use to help him or her know what they've, number one, already mastered, and number two, what they're working on, okay? This is going to be used by me in school. This will be used by you at home to know what your child's working on, and your child will use this at school and at home. That way we're all working on the same stuff. We'll go over that in a little bit. There's pop-up folder pages, which are behind this introduction. I'll go over that in a second. And newsletters. What I'll do is I'll try to put newsletters in this little side folder every Monday or Tuesday. Just take them out. If Friday comes around and there's still papers in here, I'm just going to take the papers and recycle them, okay? So every week we'll start fresh. I understand we get busy sometimes and we can't check it on Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday. Just any paper that I put in here, take them out. If you ever have a doctor's note or a parent note you need to bring to me, put it in the folder and I'll get it out of there, okay? If you could, it would be even more helpful if you could message me via email or class tag and let me know there's something waiting for me in the folder. So hopefully this will help out. Remember that you have to put, like, the doctor's notes need to be turned in for any days you want a doctor's excuse. Classroom spirit, I've already kind of gone over that. We've got our classroom spirit days every day of the week, and the house system. Here at Christenberry, we use the house system to promote collaboration and engagement between all the students in school. So House Elan is green, House Pratel is red, Virtuosity is blue, and Kiangazi is purple. And pretty much what happens is every child, actually you can kind of see it behind me. You see that big spinning wheel? Well, when your child first got to school, we spun the wheel, and whatever color it landed on, that's what house they're in. It's totally random, okay? That way we're just randomizing all the students, and that student is picked for their house that way. Absences, you are allowed up to 10 parent notes per year. I don't send home makeup work. Most of our learning comes from hands-on experiences in the classroom and small group instruction and whole group instruction in the classroom. If your child is absent and you want some kind of work for them, I would suggest you reading with your child would be a great exercise, or just working on these pop-up folders, which I'll go over, okay? The pop-up folders have all the information that I would really love for them to know when they leave kindergarten, okay? So that's your homework, all right? Just go over that. Teach your kid how to log into their Chromebook. Teach your kid how to type in their password. Teach your kid how to charge their Chromebook. These are all real life skills that are better than any worksheet that I can give you, okay? Tardies, let's talk about that. The school opens at 7:10. That means kids can eat breakfast in the cafeteria from 7:10, and then I open my doors at 7:30. So from 7:10 to 7:30, the kids can eat in the cafeteria. They're spaced out. It's super safe. What happens when the kids are late? Well, they still get their breakfast, but they bring the breakfast into the classroom. They can eat in the classroom, okay? But the bell rings at 7:45. I highly encourage you to have your kid here before 7:30. I open my doors at 7:30, and we get straight to work, okay? At 7:45, we're already doing reading groups, okay? So if your child is coming into my class after 7:45 with a breakfast, that means they're going to be eating instead of being in their small reading group. Does this kind of make sense a little bit? So I need you to make sure your child is here on time. And then last, birthday celebrations and snack time. I love singing happy birthday to my kids. I do it all the time. If you want to bring in snacks, I totally do not allow cupcakes or cake. No, those are horrible ideas for kindergartners. They don't know how to control themselves with cupcakes. But if you want to bring individual like baggies of goldfish, animal crackers, pretzels, popcorn, cookies, individual bags of like fruit snacks or chips, I'm cool with that, okay? And in the age of COVID, we had to be super careful about sharing stuff anyways, so that's better anyways. So keep that in mind. Let's look at the pop-up folder real quick, okay? This is my reading and writing pop-up folder. On the front of it, it has my 5-star writing, capital cat, punctuation puppy, spacey spider, and this is neat handwriting and do my sentences make sense, okay? This is kind of like our go-to when we write our sentences. This is what I'm expecting your child to do. Down here, when we're talking about sequence of events, like what happened first, next, then, and last, this is just here to help your child so that they can see how to spell those words when we're writing about sequence events in the story. When you open it up, it has the whole alphabet, and underneath, you got the alphabet, the picture, and then you also have a line with the alphabet so that your child can know how to print that letter correctly. If you're ever wondering what it's supposed to look like, just look on here. That's exactly what it's supposed to look like. On this side, we have color words and number words. And then on the back, I've got no excuse words. No excuse word means I want your child to write these words correctly. They have to spell these words correctly. No excuses. I would highly suggest you study those words, okay? These are going to make your child successful when they go to first grade and leave my classroom. The math pop-up folder is pretty much the same thing. It's just a tool that your child can use in class anytime they want. We have our 100 chart. We have our numbers in here. The numbers, you got the number, the word, and then there's a 10 frame or 2 10 frames that show you the number of dots that match that number. Hopefully that can be a visual that will help your child. And then on the back, I have shapes. On the top, it has the color word. On the bottom, it tells you the shape. So that can help you out with some writing. We have some vocabulary words and then some money and then some skip counting down here. Skip counting by 1s, 5s, and 10s. Real quick, we're almost done. Here's the back. This is your ABC sheet. This is what we're going to use to communicate. Once a month, I'm going to meet with your child. We're going to have a one-on-one meeting, okay? During this meeting, we're going to talk about hopes and dreams. We're going to talk about goals. We're going to talk about what can I do to be a better teacher and what can they do to be a better student, all right? We're also going to do a quick little assessment. Anything that you see in gray means that your child has mastered that skill. Anything you see in yellow means that that is something that we are working on, okay? So as you see, this child is working on the letter D, M, G, P, Y, and R as far as uppercase letters go. That helps me because when I'm in my small groups with that child, I know exactly what letters to work with them on, okay? And that helps you at home because when they're at home, you take out your folder and you know exactly what letters you need to work on with your child. And hopefully this will just be a piece that will update once a month and it will keep us all in the loop. And I hope this is an easy way for us to keep our children accountable. And there you have it. So that's the take-home folder. Thank you so much for watching this video. And if you have any other questions, email me. I am totally cool with answering any questions. So if you need me to elaborate more, I will. But other than that, I think this is going to be a great tool for your child. It's going to make everybody successful and have a wonderful day. Okay? Thank you so much for letting me be your child's teacher. It's truly my pleasure, and it's the greatest gift I could ever have. Thank you so much. I'll see you later. Okay? Bye.